I got my swagger back.
What's up, man? It's been a little bit, man.
Man, what's happening, Playboy, man? I just said great night last night as I did cash again.
Oh, good for you, man. I'm very happy to hear that you're turning the tables around, player. I thought you hated baseball. Now all of a sudden you're kind of feeling it a little bit.
I don't know about all that. But I'm always feeling winning, man. I want to give a big shout out to my boy Kermit the Frog, and also I got to send a big, huge shout out to, I'm going to get his name right now because I don't want to mess it up, because he helped push me for my last one, and that would be California Cash. California Cash spelled with 2 Ks. You know what? We were looking at the Dodger game last night. I was back and forth with guys on Twitter, and I'm going, and the Dodger game was just calling me, man. I was like, I want to take this Dodger game. I want to take the no-score first inning. But I just, I got a kind of a rule about the no-score first innings, that I don't like to play a lot of them, and I don't like to play them, like 2 or 3 a night. I don't like to do that. I like to throw one out there, take a break, and then throw another one out there as they are, volatile, quick hit wagers. And California Crush was like, come on, Dream, let's get it, get on it, let's get it. And I'm like, it's calling me like the crack pipe from New Jack was calling Poopy.
Oh, good for you, man.
So I'm like, you know what? Come on, let's do it. And I'm like, dude, we get through the Phillies, awesome. And I hit him up after the Phillies were over, 1, 2, 3. I'm like, dude, here comes our problem now. Sure enough, freaking Dodgers load the bases, son.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, and they did they only score 1 run or something like that?
Oh, they didn't get no runs in the first inning. Thank God they got out of it. But they loaded the bases on us, and I was like, it's gonna be a mess. But we got through it, and then they went ham afterwards. And big ups to everybody that was down with us. We had a ball yesterday. Great job and great win.
Did you parlay that, because the Dodgers didn't pay anything?
No, the Dodgers was parlayed as a straight play, but the no-score first inning we played, it was -150.
Oh, okay. Good for you, man. Well, congratulations on that. I was able to jump on the Dodgers run line, kid. It was only -145.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
We worked with the Dodgers. I had the Dodgers in a money line parlay with the Red Sox and the Nationals, we had talked about that parlay the night before, but I had shied away from it, and I went with it yesterday. National game that I'm getting postponed, but we got the Dodgers and the Red Sox to work. Didn't pay that great, but hey, it didn't lose.
Hey, whatever, man. It is what it is. So congratulations. And the Milwaukee Brewers did their thing yesterday and came back and won the game with a 3-run shot, 6-5. I did plug taking them -1, but then I chickened out, man. I was like, I was looking at the lineups and stuff. I say, you know what? Let me just money line it and just be done with it. So, hey, you know what? Maybe we're on our way back, kid.
I hope so. Listen, you know how it is, guys. Baseball is a grind, and what goes up has to come down, and what comes down apparently can go back up. But that's just the way it is, man.
That's it, man. That's it. So a lot of stuff happening in the world of sports, man. DeAndre Jordan, dude. I guess he ain't feeling the Dallas Mavs after all. He's trying to get back with Mr. Doc Rivers, man.
My man, everything but a BJ to go to Dallas. Yo, my man is getting courted by everybody. Mark Cuban was flying out to meet him. He had about 17 meetings this morning.
Oh, definitely, man. Definitely. And, hey, I guess he's going to be back with the Clips, man. They're looking at 5 years, $110 million for him, bro.
Dude, he needed to stay with the Clips. I didn't think he was going to go anywhere anyway. And especially, if I was him, I wouldn't have headed. I definitely wouldn't have headed to Dallas. The Clippers, they're one piece away, from going to the big game, and they could have went there this year, but don't ask me what happened to them. I'm still
you're still recovering
at a
from
loss
that.
for words. And some other news, man. The Washington Redskins, I guess they voted yesterday that they cannot use that. There's some deal with that, using the Redskins' words, that they find it offensive to use the Redskins' word to that Native Indians. But another note, it's still cool to use the N-word.
How about
you can't be called a Native Indian a Redskin, but it's still okay to use the N-word. We ain't get rid of that yet. It's South Carolina. We working on trying to get the flag down, but it's still not down yet.
Always a little controversy on the biggest show in the world, player.
Always some controversy, player. I always gotta speak out for the black man. They like, yo, listen, you guys, you got your own president in right now, so relax. We're gonna work on the flag, and maybe we'll pull back the N-word a little bit.
Oh my God, that is hilarious, bro! Wow.
Small doses, black people.
Oh my God, that's hilarious, dude. Oh my God. So, yeah, a couple of other things, man. So, I don't know if you noticed this, but, well, obviously, I mean, it's all over the news that a couple of NFL players, man, losing fingers. Oh, that sucks, dude. Oh my God, Jason Pierre-Paul.
You want to be out lighting fireworks off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, I get it. You know, I know you want to go out and have, you know, we sit back and we think about this stuff and we're like, oh, what an idiot. Oh, how stupid. But, you know, these guys are doing normal, ordinary things that we all have done. Obviously, we've been lucky enough to not lose fingers, but I mean, you know, you've lit off fireworks before, I'm sure. So have I. We have a block party every year down here in Pleasantville, and one of our neighbors, pulls out a nice fireworks spread, and we all light it. Now, of course, we try to take every precaution possible, but there's always the event with fireworks that something's going to go off, before you light it. It's going to definitely be a misfire. So I get it. I mean, I think obviously we think it's stupid because it's him. But, hey, the good thing about him is I think he'll still be able to play even with his finger amputated.
Well, here's the problem. Your index finger.
Yep.
If you lose it, which he did, we just don't know how much of his finger is gone. But that's his index finger on his right hand. You lose when you lose that finger, you lose 25% of your strength in your grip.
Right.
So I mean, he's a defender, trying to getting rid of offensive linemen and stuff like that. I mean, that's kind of tough, man. Especially when you reach out to grab somebody to tackle them. I mean, that's brutal, dude.
Yeah, as far as the grab for the tackle, you're not going to do, but you can still get your arms wrapped around him. I think he's going to be okay. Of course, probably not going to be the player that he was, but being a great player and being a great athlete, obviously once you lose stuff too, other things tend to kick in. You always hear about a guy that loses his vision and his hearing just gets a little bit, that much better because his vision's gone. I'm sure other body parts will make up for the rest. I think he's going to be okay.
All right, man. And another guy, C.J. Wilson for the Tampa Bay Bucks, dude. He lost 2 fingers. And, my understanding with him is that, he was already going to have a hard time making the roster.
Okay.
So that really sucks for him, man. I really feel bad for the dude. I mean, he lost a couple of fingers.
When you think about these guys and some of these guys, especially on defense, I mean, we've seen guys play with casts on their hands, during the regular season, big casts on their hands and still be effective. So that's why I'm not going to go too crazy worrying about, Jason Pierre-Paul. The other cat, he just might not make the cut, but he may not was going to make the cut even if he was 100% healthy. So, it definitely, you still have a positive spin on things, even though you are banged up.
My boy, who is this here? Justin Hernandez said, breaking news, the Washington Redskins dropped the word because their name, it's embarrassing, man. It's funny, dude. Oh, man, Yado saying he lights fireworks, but only in bed.
No doubt. I feel you with the fireworks in bed, player.
Listen, guys, if you're going to light fireworks, dude, at least use one of them things that you light the grill with so your hand isn't near the wick. You know what I'm saying? At least that would probably get you a little bit farther away, like, 8 inches away or something like that. What do you think about that?
Dude, I don't know. Listen, whatever. I mean, people are going to do what they're going to do. Who am I to tell anybody how to do what they're going to do? All I can tell you is be careful because obviously things can happen. Yeah,
definitely, man. But, hey, you know what? Thoughts and prayers are out with those guys. Hopefully they don't get depressed. I know I'd be a little depressed if that happened to me, man. But whatever. It is what it is. Hopefully they can live on and prosper with those little injuries there. And what else you got for us, kid?
Hey, man, that's that, we still got keeping an eye on my man from Subway, making sure that, he's going to be all right. And the new diet he's got about to kick off, called the federal penitentiary plan. And my boy Bill Cosby still, putting something in your glass. So watch out when you eat that pudding.
Yo, he admitted to it.
I know he did.
He admitted to putting a date rape drug in females' drinks, man. That's something, man. That's just classless, dude. You know what I'm saying? He could get a female at that point, right? I mean, he was the biggest thing going. The Cosby Show was huge.
You know, the Cosby Show was very huge. I don't know if that was it before the. I mean, some of that stuff's like ancient. I don't know if it was before the Cosby Show or I don't know. Dude, listen, absolutely insane.
Yeah, definitely, man. Who do you got retweeting the show this morning, player?
We see who I got out there as I was, looking around right now on I was out on out not on Twitter. I'm gonna go to it now, and I see my man Yaro was already sending some material through.
Yes,
sending some material through. On the retweet, we have this morning 27 retweets already, which we got Jay Snyder, my man Joe Zippi, Sir Motto, what's up? Soccer's finest face kicker 5-1. Tommy King's out there, Smokey P for Prez, Urban, Christos, Direct Sports Solution, G Rose, Jeff Ryan, the Hockey Immortal. What's up, Playboy?
Yeah.
Sports Shark Tanaka, C. Rodriguez Jr. Tip Talker, Buddy the Dog, my man JC, always up JC, giving us his information. Got to get him on soon as it is almost his time.
Well, that's JC Pimpin is one guy. JC's hashtag SBTVNation is somebody else. That's my boy.
Oh, that's not JCP.
No.
Oh,
that's not JCP.
That was JCP
no.
Sports.
Nope.
My bad.
Nope, that's my boy JC, hashtag SBTVNation, huge supporter of the show. We love him to death, man, over here, man. So
no doubt. JP as well is out there, King, Ciroc King J, Winkley, Snoopy Best, Justin Hernandez. Most of these people are very dedicated, and we like to thank you guys. You guys get up every morning with us, and you go live with us every morning. As we thank everybody that listens to our show, but we have a few hundred listen to us live, and then other people, the rest of the listeners, catch it later on throughout their day. And hey, there's nothing wrong with that either. But we love the live ones as they directly, contribute to the show as we are going, and it's always fun going back and forth with you guys.
We're nearing 300,000 listens of our show, dude.
Wow.
Not bad.
Not bad at all, son.
Not bad. But wait until the next chapter begins. I'm just going to leave it at that. Because you know what? You think those numbers are crazy? That's over the course of almost a year now of doing the podcast, dude. YouTube's got I'd say about 150,000 or so on. But wait till the next chapter begins, guys. We got something popping for y'all. And looking forward to rocking and rolling with this show, kid. So let's see, man. What do you want to do? You want to get right into the MLBs?
Well, we might as well.
I know you're feeling a little froggy with them now.
I ain't feeling froggy, so to say. It's just, how it is. Guys, just so you know, you do have Serena Williams going today. She's going at 10 o'clock this morning, so you got about another 40 minutes if you want to try to get this wager in. I am backing away from this one. It's minus a lot, so I know some of you going not be feeling it. Some of you grocery shopping. Listen, dude. I just want to say this, okay? And I did tweet it out yesterday. I went to the grocery store yesterday, right? Okay? Went in to grab, like some milk, a loaf of bread, just some little light stuff. Ended up walking out of there minus $125, right? Then the ironic thing is I go on Twitter and I see a cat because I took the 3-team parlay, and some cat's in there talking about, hey, Dream, and no knock on you, I get it. I understand what you're saying. Hey, Dream, the Dodgers, that didn't pay much of your 3-team parlay. There's no value in that. I'm like, value? I'm like, I just left Stop and Shop. It's $125. I got no meat in my bag. So you want to talk about no value, player?
You know what? In those circumstances, though, I've been rocking some run lines, man, and I gotta be honest with you, Dream. The run lines, a lot of these teams, man, a lot of the power teams, they cover them. I know. I hear you with the run line, but dude, I'm not doing it. Like I said, I don't have a problem with the -1. I've done it with hockey. The -1 is cool, and that will help cut down some of it. I am not giving 1.5. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, just it all ends up being a wash at the end of the day. The odds makers have mathematicians there. They have computers. They have the whole package. So it ends up being a wash at the end of the day. So let's just, give an example real quick. Let's say you got a team -200, okay? And you do the run line as even money. if the team loses the game outright, okay, you only lost $100 versus $200.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, but then you have those losses, the 25-30% of the time where it's a one-run loss or one-run win, and you lose you lose the run line. But they have it kind of figured out, man. It's all a wash at the end of the day, based on thousands and thousands of games, dude.
I understand, but you have to understand. This is how I defy, and obviously I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but I am. I defy all of those rules because those rules are based on you gambling a specific way every day, a specific number. And I don't do that. I hear people say, you're not going to make money off the no score first innings. Yeah, I know. If I bet every game, every day, you're right. I'm probably not. But I don't bet it that way. I'll bet a game today. I might not bet for 3 days. Then I'll come back and bet a game this day. That's what I call walking in between the raindrops.
I love that. I love that analogy, man. I love that analogy, by the way. I love moneyline parlays in football, dude. That's that's ultimate for me.
You don't ask my thing. You come on, son.
Yeah, I know. Or teasers. I really like teasers in football to get that, to get that 7.5 number, to get that, I'm talking about if I'm taking a dog, or get it down to 2.5 and stuff like that. That's where I really manipulate the lines is in football. Baseball, not so much.
Right,
but hey, whatever. We'll keep it moving and see where it lands, dude. We got a couple of more people retweeting the show. We got a Nick Corbin. What's up, bro? The Canadian Capper, rocking and rolling. Dude, I'm glad you booked him, man. I can't wait to get him on the show. I love his energy.
I can't wait to get him on either. He was on last night with me going crazy. Oh, Rick Lopez, good morning. He was on with me last night doing his thing, going ham, and it was absolutely a good time. We had fun. Dude, I love. One thing I love is I do love going on Twitter from time to time and just kicking it with some of our, with our SBTV Nation and just going back and forth and making jokes and being silly and just being the clown that I am.
Definitely, man. Sir Mata is telling me, let's see here. He's saying to take the over 19.5 with the Serena match.
Really?
That's what he's looking at right now. Mr. Nice Guy sending me some photos. I got Clown Man Swag on here. I got Jordy Best. I got Holiday. What's up, bro? Big Money G. A lot of people on here retweeting our show, guys. If you could do that, that would be much appreciated. Get a Vegas Bookie is also on here, bro. So why don't we do that? What time you got Frankie calling?
9:25.
9:25. So we're a couple of minutes away from that, and I am going to, well, luckily for everybody, the San Francisco Giants are not playing today. So we got to have a conversation with him, kid, because the Mets beat up on the San Francisco Giants, dude. What is that all about? Yeah, they beat them again 4-1 yesterday. So they won 3-0, 4-1, and they lost 3-0. And I did say that was an under series. I wish I bet all 3 of them games, dude. Unbelievable, man. Those teams, between you put those teams in that ballpark, man, the next time I see a situation like that, I'm going to pound it, dude. So maybe a cash because I didn't play it. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, let's take a look at what we got here. We got Oakland, New York. We have 1, 2, 3 games during the day today, guys. New York Yankees have Tanaka on the bump. New York Yanks minus 140 with an under-over of 7.5. What do you got there, brother?
The Yankees are 24-16 at home. They are 21-22. The Athletics are on the road. They got Chavez going for them. He is 4-8 with a 3.20 ERA. Tanaka's 4-3 with a 3.94 ERA.
All right. So when I look at this matchup here, I mean, Oakland, dude. They've been doing their thing against the Stanks, man. I mean, last night, if we take a look at this, though, I mean, last night they did lose, but they gave the Stanks all they can handle yesterday, man. CC Sabathia, though, I'm not sure. Did he get credited for the victory?
I'm not sure.
I don't know if he got it or not.
I was just going to look that up now.
Yeah, I don't know. But I know the Stanks did win last night. Dude, they were up 5-2 in the top of the 9th inning and let Oakland score 2 runs to mess up all the run line backers, man. That's frustrating. So I get it. And those are the situations.
He gets the win if that's the case. He definitely gets the win, which he did. I'm looking at it now. He's 4-8. He did get the win. And you're right, they were up all of that, and they were up. Yeah, you're right, they were up. They did give up 2 in the ninth.
Sucks, right? All the run linebackers, man. I know that's brutal. But hey, it is what it is. Me and my boy Benjamin Rowe, I got to give him a special shout out, man, because him and I have been going back and forth with this little system I got going on, and dude, him and I got like spreadsheets and madness, and he actually put all the team logos on his spreadsheet and all that. I thought it was pretty badass. But taking a look at the Oakland A's, man. Oakland A's are 9 games under 500. You say you got Chavez versus Tanaka, and the New York Yankees are 6 games over. I don't know about this Yankees team, man. You know what I'm saying? I know that they're at the top of the AL East and all that, but I just don't. I think they're. I don't think Tampa Bay is better than them. Tampa Bay sucks, in my opinion. You got the Toronto Blue Jays that don't have the pitching. You've got the Baltimore Orioles that just can't seem to get out of their own way on the road. And then you got the Boston Red Sox kind of lingering around, Dream.
I know, and that's the team that scares me the most.
Right?
Yeah, because they are so, they're all around kind of good, but all around just up and down, though. So if they could just put it together, and figure out and get some consistency, they could be the wild card, But we'll see. Like I said, we got a second half of baseball coming up soon, and things may change, you may turn around, and something may finally come to the forefront as far as that's concerned. So we will definitely have to keep an eye out.
My boy Marlon is telling me that this Jesse Chavez guy is 4-0 with a 1.63 ERA in 5 appearances with 3 starts against the Yankees. Very interesting, dude. So, yeah, it sounds like he owns them pretty much. But let me see if I can get my caller on the line here. Hold on one second. Do I got my man from San Francisco on the line today?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Good morning, fellas.
What's up, brother? How are you?
Frankie Vin, what's going on, baby? Talk about him.
Talk about fading them.
Because the Dream loves him so much.
Oh.
Hey, you guys won the World Series last year, so right now you're the current World Series champions. What else is there to say?
Yeah, 3-5, so. How's everything going, fellas?
Everything is fantastic, man. Thank you very much for calling. We really appreciate it. We appreciate you putting your flyer out there and the whole package, dude.
And thank you, fellas, for getting me on. And, I really appreciate, I was telling the Dream, I really appreciate everything you guys doing, creating this positive environment for, the community to get together and share information. It's been great.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm happy. Like we have to fall back more on the education information part when it comes to baseball. As I know Hatter likes baseball, but it's not. We're growing with baseball along with the rest of the nation, and I'm learning a lot of stuff every day from various avenues. I always talk about this dude because he's like become a real good friend. So I'm a loyal type of person, but Kid Picks, he's taught me so much about baseball, in a lot of terminologies. There's a lot of things about baseball that are so different from other sports as far as when you're wagering on it, as far as I'm one of those guys, once I lose a couple times with a team, I'm like biased. And he's like, you can't be like that with baseball, because they play every night. And, just so many things I got to thank him for, little small tidbits that he gives me. Not like he's sitting down with me and teaching me, this and run line and all. He's not even really going there with me, but just teaching me like small things that, certain attitudes I have with football or with basketball or with some of the other sports I bet that I try to have with baseball. And he's like, dude, you can't have that kind of attitude with baseball because it's a different game. And, big ups to him and big ups for everybody out there because I've learned other stuff from a lot of you guys out here. Lex Go Wins, he showed me a little bit as far as the score first inning. It's just a lot to learn, and hopefully we are passing it along and everybody else is, taking it in and adding it to their repertoire and, moving forward with that.
Yeah, definitely. The nation has given me, the different people I've tweet with and the information that gets out. Like, I get a lot of different things that have actually made me better with baseball. And, big shout outs to Scott Weber. He's helped me a lot, and Total Sports Edge, I like them too, and you guys too. Baseball is about ebbs and flows, and you're going to have these runs where you're going to be down and you feel like you can't mess with these teams anymore, and then all of a sudden they go on a 10-game winning streak and you're rocking with them.
Right, exactly. So that's kind of where I felt. I started off the year like on fire, dude. I couldn't lose. And then all of a sudden I couldn't win. And I couldn't win. And I can't winning, you know what I'm saying? And then over the last like I'd say week-ish, it's been a lot better for me, man. So, I can't really complain right now. I got to get myself back to even with baseball and then move on from there. Yeah,
definitely. With football around the corner, you don't want to spend too much on the bankroll on baseball. So
no sir, not at all, man. So Frank, talk to me about your San Francisco Giants before we get into any of these other games. They were at a 16-1 shot to win the World Series. They have now fallen down to 24-1 on some books. This team with Bumgarner, their offense is terrible, dude. So
it is terrible, and we've had a lot of injuries. So we had Aoki in the leadoff spot, who was phenomenal to lead off the season, and then Pagan came back, and then Pence was hurt, he came back, and so at one point we had everybody healthy and we were rocking, and in May we were the best hitting team in baseball.
Right.
But then the injuries started plaguing us again, and then we fell off. It like I said, ebbs and flows, but as long as we're within striking distance by the All-Star break within a couple days, I think we'll be all right.
All right, cool, man, because I know there's going to be a lot of games played between San Francisco Giants and the LA Dodgers. With the Dodgers being in the lead. I don't know how many games are in the lead right now. Do you know off the top of your hand?
Yeah, I think they're 5 games out right now.
All right, 5 games out. So that's basically a series and a half.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever. And I got it, dude. I got the trump card for you. Talk to me about the Arizona Diamondbacks, dude, because they are a pain in the ass.
Oh no, they really are. I mean, they've been like this for the past few years. I think what kills them is the season. Really, they sprint, they get these nice little win streaks, and they start bugging the Giants and Dodgers, and then towards the end they fall off. And I don't know what it is out there, but I know the Giants have troubles with them in their own park and in Arizona.
Definitely, man. Well, since we have you on the phone and we're talking some NL West, let's discuss the minus 400 money line with Zach Greinke on the bump versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Dream, is that right up your alley or what?
Dude, you know what I do with this kind of stuff is I like to take the Dodgers and just put them in a parlay and leave a few spots open. You know how I move with that if it's up. But you know what? I got the win last night. So I'm not, I don't know. I haven't even looked at this game really yet, but the Dodgers ain't trying to have it out of the Phillies, though.
Son, what if you were to get the Philadelphia Phillies minus 1.5 as an adjusted line? It's probably like plus 600. Hey,
on that, right?
You know what I'm saying? But you probably do. To get that line even, you probably got to get the Dodgers like minus 2.5 runs to just make that even.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? So I don't see any kind of value whatsoever unless you're doing like a 3 or 4 team parlay. But dude, it's baseball, man. Anything could happen. This Phillies team's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, definitely. They won the other night, and they were like minus 300 that night. Last night they were minus 350. Tonight 400. Anything can happen. It is baseball.
It is, man. It is. So taking a look at this, Zach Greinke is one of the best pitchers in the major leagues. He's actually number 1. I'm sorry. He's number 1 in ERA total. Dream, what do you got for stats here, brother?
7-2 with a 1.48 ERA. Greinke is. The Dodgers are 30-16 at home, coming off of a shutout last night against the Phillies, who are 11-33 on the road. They're promoting Gonzalez today on the mound. He is 3-2 with an 8.28 ERA. So those numbers are kind of why the other numbers are where they're at. But I'm good with this series now. I'm not. I just needed to. I like the revenge factor the night before. I thought the Dodgers. I'm one of those guys who play off. I like to try to gauge emotions. I think certain teams will embarrass you. And so, at times you can get embarrassed at your home, at your house, and you want to come back and right a wrong. And I felt that's where the Dodgers were last night. As far as tonight is concerned, I'm good with them. I don't think I'm be involved with this game at all.
Well, I'm not going to be rocking with the Dodgers at all, so we can move on.
I don't think you ever bet the Dodgers once, dude.
No, never. I'll go against them every night if I have to.
All right, cool deal, man. I'm sticking with NL West right now because it seems to be the division that you're most interested in here. So we talk Dodgers. This Colorado team, I don't think they're going to do anything, man.
No, I don't think they're going to be doing anything. They had high hopes at the beginning of the season, and they said that they were getting these pitchers who are all sinker ball pitchers to keep the ball in the park. But you saw what the Angels did, and that ball travels.
Yeah. Well, the Angels did get the victory last night, but they only won 3-2. But let's get into that nasty game real quick. So we got a new series developing here. We got the Atlanta Braves at the Colorado Rockies. Atlanta minus 118, and we don't have a total yet. Atlanta has Alex Wood. Colorado has Kyle Kendrick. Dream, what do you got for numbers there?
The numbers are the Atlanta Braves are 19-26 on the road. They are in Coors Field today, and it is an 8:40 p.m. start. The Rockies are 17-24 at home. Kyle Kendricks is 3-10 with a 6.00 ERA. Wood is pitching for the Braves, and he is 6-5 with a 3.34 ERA.
All right, Frank, you got any opinions on this particular series or no?
No, I got the total on it. It's 10.5. It opened at 10.5, and I don't have any opinions on this. I think the Braves should win. Colorado, I don't know. I can't really judge Colorado in Colorado with this game's dusty.
Yeah, good point, man.
You think?
Atlanta 6-2 straight up in their last 8 games, and they actually won 2 out of 3 versus the Brewers, which was surprising, man, because the Brewers are definitely turning their season around. Colorado is 5-17 straight up in the last 22 when playing the Atlanta Braves, guys. So it seems like the Braves, that's probably dates back a year or two. Atlanta, let's see, is 8-3 in Coors Field in the last 11 games, and the total has gone under in 6 of the last 8 Atlanta games as well. So I don't like this particular series, nor am I going to play it, so I'm going to keep it moving in a dream. And Frank, I'm sure you guys both agree with me on that.
I agree with you.
All right, sounds good. What do you want? Do you have any games in particular that you're looking at, brother?
Yeah, I'm looking at St. Louis. They travel over to Pittsburgh today, and Pittsburgh's red hot right now. But I think St. Louis has something to prove to them that they're still big brother in that division. So I think they're going to go out with their ace. They're going to go out and try and get this one.
All right, I think I agree with you with that. Just because you guys know how I feel about Mr. Jeff Locke, I can't stand him. So, looking at this matchup here, you got St. Lucia coming into Pittsburgh. I think it's going to be a hell of a series, but I can tell you this. What I've noticed about the NL Central is this, that a lot of these teams are defensive teams. They don't like scoring a lot of runs. And, I'm talking about, you got Cincy, Cubs, St. Lucia, and Pittsburgh all in there, and they just they don't really do it for you offensively. So Pittsburgh has Carlos Martinez. St. Louis has Carlos Martinez. Pittsburgh, Jeff Locke, and it's even money all across the board with an under-over of 7. Dream, what do you got for numbers here, brother?
I am pulling it up. I'm running a little bit slow, so hold on. Give me 1 second.
No problem.
Let's see. Here we go. I got it right here. The Pirates are 29-15 at home. They got Locke going on the mound today. He's 5-4 with a 4.15 ERA. The Cardinals are 24-19 on the road. Martinez is going. He's 9-3 with a 2.70 ERA. I watch out as Mr. Martinez has been dope so far this season. It looks like to be a formidable pitcher for today's matchup.
All right, sounds good, man. So Frank, you're feeling the St. Lucia Cardinals to layeth the smacketh down today.
I don't know about the SmackDown, but I know they're going to win by 1 run. You know, it's the NL Central.
3-2. 3-2 final.
3-2. Yeah, 3-2.
Or 3-1 for that matter. I think they're a better team than Pittsburgh. This Pittsburgh team, I mean, they did cover a run line for once in their lives yesterday. They did do it against the Detroit Tigers. I can't say that they don't always do it. But looking at this, St. Louis is superior in most statistical categories here. But on the road, St. Louis is mediocre, Dream. What's their record on the road?
24-19.
Oh, so that's not that bad.
No, it's not.
It was a couple of weeks ago. It was hovering around 500. And
right.
Pittsburgh is pretty dope at home. So I understand the line being a coin flip line. So, Frank, I wish you the best of luck with this one.
Yeah, thanks. I think St. Louis gets it done. I think their bats will get to them, and they'll manufacture runs. So
All
St.
right.
Louis is my pick today.
All right. Sounds good, dude. And you know what? You're at a -110 with that. So, you know, you're probably not so bad, man. It's a pretty good value there. What else you got? Are you looking at any other games, or is that it?
No, I'm also looking at the Angels over Seattle tonight. They're taking on King Felix. It's a risky one to bet, but I think the Angels are, again, trying to prove a point and making the surge, like you mentioned, throughout the week.
Definitely, man. I watched their odds go from 30-1 down to 20-1 like in an instant. So, taking a look at that, they are only, I want to say they're only, a game and a half or 2 games behind the Houston Astros now, because Houston Astros have been losing. The LA Angels have Garrett Richards on the mound. Seattle has King, Felix, Hernandez. Seattle -135 with an under-over of 6.5 runs. And I can tell you with Trout and Pujols, that's a really low total, having those power hitters at the helm there. Dream, what do you got for numbers?
The Mariners are 18-25 at home. Felix is 10-5 with a 3.02 ERA. Richards is going for the Angels. The Angels, who are 21-20 on the road. 9-5 Richards is with a 3.35 ERA.
All right. So you're feeling the over in this, dude?
No, I'm taking just the Angels.
You're taking the Angels. Okay, you're taking them flat. All right. They are an underdog, +115. They've been hot as hell. They're superior in everything, dude.
Yeah, and I just looked it up over here that the run line is actually 25-16 on the road with the Angels. So
Wow, man, unbelievable. Yeah, they've been covering the run up until last night. They covered, I want to say, like 3 or 4 straight run lines because they beat up on, I believe it was Texas, and then they smoked Colorado, one of those games anyway. Yesterday they did not cover it, but looking at this, the total's actually gone over in 4 of the last 6 Seattle games. It seems like the bats have kind of come to form a little bit, but Seattle is 2-5 straight up in the last 7 games at home. What do you think here, Dream?
You talking about no score first inning?
Just anything here.
Yeah, I'm good with this game. This Angels team is potent and high powered, even against Felix Hernandez, who has been pretty good this season, but has had a couple of hiccups. So I'm gonna actually leave this one alone.
All right, sounds good. And you're feeling the Angels as a live dog, kid. Cool
I
deal.
actually kind of like the Angels myself, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm gonna, me personally, if you guys take it, I wish you the best of luck, man. I hope you cash it. Let's see what else. Any other games, Frank?
Nothing else. I was trying to look at the day games to try and get something going, but they're pretty dusty matchups. I think the most solid one would be KC, but besides that, I don't have anything else at the moment.
All right, well, let's keep you on for the day games and see if we can find any kind of value here. How about that?
That sounds great.
All right, so we talked about Oakland and New York. We didn't really give an opinion on this yet.
I love value with gambling. Every time I hear the two put together, I just cringe. Value with gambling. It's like, son.
Let's see if we can find any value. All right, so Oakland, Jesse Chavez, Tanaka on the mound. New York -140, under over of 7.5. Looking at this,
we did this game already.
We did this, right? Oakland is 7-1 straight up in the last 8 on the road, though. I did not see that before. So, looking at this game here, and what Marlon told me, I think I'm going to fall back from it. It's raining out here right now, man. You think it's going to rain out there, Dream?
I don't know. We actually are supposed to get some heavy rains tonight. So that game, you know what? Well, it's a 1 o'clock game though. So I don't know.
All right, sounds good, man.
It's supposed to be on and off during the day, but it's supposed to go crazy at night. So, obviously, they should. I think they maybe will get this game in today.
Okay, all right. We'll have the conversation as it nears closer to 1 o'clock. We got Toronto and Chicago White Sox. Toronto has their knuckleball pitcher, Mr. R.A. Dickey. The White Sox, Jeff Samardzija, pretty much even money all across the board with an under-over of 8. What you got there?
Here we go. We got the Blue Jays are 18-25 on the road. This is a 2:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time start, gang. If you're looking at this game, don't forget the times. R.A. Dickey's going on the mound for the Blue Jays. He is 3-9 with a 5.02 ERA. And the White Sox are 22-17 at home. Samardzija is 5-4 with a 4.33 ERA as well.
Frank, you got any opinion on the Toronto Blue Jays and doing something this year in that AL East or what?
I mean, at one point, it looked like they can hit anything and everything out of the park, and their bats died. So I think they're just in the mid-season blues, and I think they'll put it together. They do have the pitching that can battle out there in the East. I think if their bats stay consistent, then they definitely can make a push.
All right, because it seems like that division's just up for grabs. It seems like nobody wants it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's just nuts. And a couple of weeks ago, the AL East, there was like 3 teams in there that were, if the season ended right then and there, they would have 3 teams in the playoffs. But now it's just like kind of falling off, man. So looking at this game with a total of 8, let's see, R.A. Dickey been pretty bad, man. A lot of teams have been all over him. But he's facing the White Sox, and surprisingly, the White Sox bats have been, kind of hitting the ball a little bit, man. 7 runs yesterday, surprisingly. And the White Sox are 6-2 straight up in the last 8 games, man. So Toronto 2-5 in their last 7. I can't even fathom betting this game. I just don't see it as far as, other than a system play, but I don't like it. I don't like the matchup. It seems just like a stomach ache, man. I mean, Chicago was up 3-0 in the blink of an eye yesterday. It was crazy. So, are we going to fall back from this game, guys?
Yes, sir.
Dream, you too, right?
I am. All
right. The next one here, Tampa Biscuit at Kansas City Royals. Tampa Bay has, Nate Carnes. K-Sizzle has Mr. Ventura on the mound. K-Sizzle minus 140 with an under-over of 7 runs. What you got,
Kansas City Royals are 27-15 at home. The Tampa Bay Devil Rays are 22-17 on the road. Carnes is going for Tampa Bay, and guys, this is a 2:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time start as well. Carnes is going for Tampa Bay. He's 4-4 with a 3.21 ERA. Ventura is going for the Kansas City Royals. He's 3-6 with a 4.68 ERA.
Frankie, talk to me about Kansas City, man. They played your boys last year in the World Series. Are they going to make it back this year or what?
It looks that way. I think they're just as solid as they were last year in that last season push, and they're going to be trouble for Detroit out there in the Central. As long as their pitching stays healthy, as long as everybody stays healthy, I don't see anybody really testing them out there except maybe the Angels or Houston. Houston, I know you don't like them, Hatter, but Houston has a solid squad out there, nice young squad. I see Houston and KC, even though that's so dusty to say, but those are the front runners out there in the American League.
Until the Angels get like 20 games over 500, then we'll be all rocking and rolling with them. But I'm looking at this, man. I can't stand this Tampa Bay team. Dude, even Archer got blown up by K-Sizzle yesterday. I don't know, man. I mean, they're 1-9 straight up in their last 10 games. They've just been playing really bad baseball. And Kansas City's kind of owned them, man. And it looks like Kansas City is doing their thing. And right now they are a 9-1 shot to win the World Series. There is a team underneath them that I do think who we thought they were, but they are continuing to surprise me and cover run lines like every single day, and that's the Minnesota Twins.
Yeah, you were talking about the Twins, and every time you mention them, I scratch my head. And today, the Twins have the Dreams boy, Big Pelf, on the mound. So I think the Dreams going to be eyeing that one against David Price. But yeah, I mean, they're like Arizona. They're going to be pesky. They're going to be a big thorn in Detroit and KC's side.
Definitely, man. And, I'd like to see when those two teams play each other. It seems like I know we're jumping around and we're going to Minnesota, which we'll talk about that game in a minute. But, at home they're incredible, and then when they go on the road, they just want to be awful. So that's going to be their downside there. But looking at this, Nate Carnes has a pretty good ERA. Tampa Bay Rays, one of the worst offenses in baseball, man. It's really horrible to watch. They did score 7 runs yesterday, but they did lose the game, giving up 9 runs. You would have never thought that with Archer on the mound with a 9-run Kansas City affair there. Looking at this, the total's going over in 9 of the last 11 Tampa Bay games. You know what that means? It means they've been getting their asses kicked because they're 1-9 in that in the last 10. K-Sizzle 5-1 straight up in the last 6 games and 5-1 straight up in the last 6 games at home. So you guys see value with Kansas City or what?
Maybe put that in a money line par like the Dream loves. Serena's on today. Dodgers, KC. I think that's something the Dream will put together.
Oh,
no. Don't be putting the Dreams. Don't try to help out the Dream.
Got it.
I actually am not a big fan of much today. I didn't like a lot of the pitching matchups, and I am not the biggest fan of that particular game. So I'm looking. I don't see anything that I love today. It's actually looking like a day off for me, to be honest with you.
We'll continue. Frank, you've been an excellent guest, man. We're going to keep you on for a little bit longer if you don't mind. Look, Tampa Bay and Kansas City, guys, you know what? It looks – you would think that Kansas City gets the sweep here, but you know what? Just when you think that's going to happen, Tampa Bay steals a game. So I'm going to fall back from that one. I don't like that one in particular. So we'll keep it moving to Houston versus Cleveland. Houston's been dropping a few games to Cleveland here, man. They got Brett Oberholzer on the mound, and Cleveland has Cody Anderson. Cleveland minus 130 with an under-over of 7.5 runs. Dream, what do you got here, bro?
Well, you got to take into account that Cleveland did have their ace on the mound. So, and Houston is, they are on the road, and you are supposed to lose when you're on the road. So, I mean, they can drop a game or two as it is a very long season. But this Houston Astro team is greatly improved, player. They got Oberholzer on the mound today. He is 2-1 with a 4.32 ERA. The Astros are 21-22 on the road. The Indians are 17-24 at home. They got Anderson going today. He's 1-1 with a 0.76 ERA himself.
All right, so you said the Houston Astros have a losing record on the road. That ain't going to get it done, bro.
Yeah, but it's 21-22, player. Relax. Stop. Why are you hating on the Astros, man?
Because they got, dude, you want to talk about value, the lack of value, kid. They're like 16-1 to win the World Series right now, dude.
Stop.
Son, they started at 150-1 in the beginning of the year, and I did not jump on them. But
that's your fault, but they're greatly improved, and just relax.
I got to give them credit all day long, man. But you know what I'm saying? For people to be jumping on them and throwing all kinds of money on them at 16-1, I would wait till the LA Angels start winning that division and get them like 40 or 50-1 at that point.
I agree with you on that, Hatter. I'd wait till the Angels hop them and see the value of that go up, and then plug them at 10 and maybe hedge them in the playoffs.
Definitely. Marlon's sending me a lot of good stats, dude. I will retweet your stuff after the show, man. He's saying, some stuff about R.A. Dickey being awful, like 0-6 in the last 8 road starts and stuff like that. I'll send it out. And my man Getting to a Check is sending me some really good information too, bro. So I appreciate it. Looking at this game, Cleveland minus 130. Houston's superior in like most categories here. And Houston's 11 games over 500. I get it, but I guess it's this Cody Anderson with a sub-1 ERA that's why they're favored. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Cody Anderson has had a couple good starts lately, and I think that's what the books are really looking at, and Houston is kind of falling off as of late, but I don't know. I think Houston might get it done today, but I'm staying away from this one.
They should get it done. I mean, they're 1-4 in their last 5 games, where Cleveland is 7-3 in their last 10. And another lack of value. I believe that Cleveland at 50-1 right now. I don't see that, man. I think we should wait and get them. I mean, I'm investing a little bit as they cover run lines and all that, but I feel like they're going to be like 300 or 400 to 1, like with 2 weeks left in the season. So You know what I'm saying. So maybe we'll fall back a little bit from that one. I don't like the game in particular. Dream, are you feeling froggy with the Astros or not really?
I'm not feeling him today. I'm not taking him. This guy is. I'm not really sure what to make of Anderson yet. He's only had, he's 1-1 with a 0.76 ERA, which is, I don't know if it's impressive or not, but I'm gonna fall back. Maybe take a look at this game. This hasn't been a good trip for the Astros, and some of these guys, they're about to head into the. I'm just going to fall back today.
All right, sounds good. Let's talk with Frankie about this last game here. We got Detroit and Minnesota. Detroit has their ace, Mr. David Price, on the mound. They got to stop the bleeding at some point here. Minnesota, Michael Big Pelfrey. Let's see, Detroit minus 145 with an under-over of 8 runs. Dream. Interesting spot here.
Big Pelf on the mound, 5-5 with a 3.94 ERA. The Twins are 28-15 at home. They have a pretty good record at home. Detroit is 21-18 on the road. They're not too shabby on the road as well. David Price is on the mound. He's been pretty good this year, man. 8-2 with a 2.54 ERA. This game has all the makings of a no-score first inning, but I am not playing it.
I agree with you on that. If you look at Pelf versus Detroit Tigers, man, his last start was in May. He pitched 4 2/3 innings with 10 hits, giving up 5 runs and 4 earned. Frank, you got any opinion on Big Pelf or any of these, or David Price?
I'm looking at the over right now. It's actually the last 10 of Detroit's road games have went over, so I think the over might be a play. Going to look into it just a little bit more. Got to do a little more homework over here. It's 7 a.m. on my side. I know you guys have been up for a while.
That's right, man. That's right. Hey, you know what? I give you a lot of credit for calling us this early, man. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, and thank you guys.
All right, no problem. I don't like the game in particular. I can tell you, though, that Minnesota's been covering them run lines, man. They've been doing a hell of a good job with that. Dream, you have no opinion, I'm sure, about that either. Maybe a no-score first inning. It's probably going to pay pretty decent with 8 runs.
Yeah, it probably is, but I would say stay away. Like I said, I just feel like a lot of guys are going through the motions at this point. They can feel like the All-Star break coming, and it's not. I just don't see, as you guys would use the term, any value.
Right.
In going at it right now. I got a couple little wins under my belt, so I ain't gonna try to get too cocky or get too carried away with myself. So I'm looking at shying away from the day, as there's not much I see that I like.
All right, I got you, man. And the final one we have on the ticket, we might as well go through this: Cincinnati and Miami Marlins. Cincinnati, Mike Lorenzen. Miami, Jose Fernandez, coming off his first start off Tommy John, and he won the game. What you got there, Dream?
My boys, too.
Say that again?
I said it was against my boys, too. He faced Kane. Both of them.
I know. They should have won that game, too, dude.
They should have.
The Marlins are 21-22 at home. Fernandez, as you said, is 1-0 with a 4.50 ERA. Lorenzen is 3-3 with a 3.58 ERA. The Reds are 16-36 on the road. Also, another ugly matchup. 7:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time start, guys. If you're getting involved with this game, be careful.
All right, Frank, what do you think of Mr. Fernandez there?
I still think he has to be a little bit more proven. He faced a Giants team that was injured. The bats weren't even alive, and he still got roughed up a little bit with them. So I kind of steer away. And with minus 165 juice, it's a little steep.
Yeah, Cincinnati's been kind of tough on the road, man. They did, come into Pittsburgh and give them a hard time, and the Washington Nationals, man. So going into Miami, I know Miami plays way better at home than they do on the road. That's a tough game for me to call, man. I think, it's really, really tough to back Miami, especially being a favorite like that, like you're saying. You know, I just don't see it. But, hey, we'll see where it lands. I mean, Cincinnati in their last 24, 7-17 on the road. So Miami 4-1 straight up in their last 5 games at home, man. And the total's gone over in 4 of the last 6 Miami games at home as well. So, I don't know, man. You know what? Hey, guys, SBTV Nation, hit me up. Let me know what your opinions are today. It looks like the card's a little bit shaky. I don't see anything that I love. But, Frank, you're going to be getting involved with St. Lucia and what else?
The Angels.
The Angels. Okay, those are 2 strong teams, man.
Hey, I'm not really loving anything as well, but I do have a little eyebrow raised on. Did you have a 10.5 over in total in the Braves and Rockies game?
It opened at 10.5.
10.5. Yeah, I might almost be inclined to take a small stab, very light, at that under, at it going under 10.5. As you know, the Braves bats they don't really impress me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, but everybody loves to go to Colorado and flash their bats.
Yeah, so, right.
You know, these are big league hitters. You give them a fastball down there, they're going to look to jack that over the wall.
Yeah, no, I know that, but I think that if we looked the last time we had checked the Colorado, it was pretty much there was like no staggering numbers on the over coming out any more than the under came out. I think it was pretty much even the last time we had checked that out. No, Hatter?
Yeah, I'm saying the total's going under in 6 of the last 8 Atlanta games, dude. So, hey, I wish you the best of luck if you get that, man. Maybe buy it up to 11.
Right.
You know? So, we'll see where it lands. So, Frank, you got anything to shout out? Anybody to call out there before we're done with the show?
Of course, you know, I'd like to shout out my wife and family who are listening right now. And, of course, got to shout out Scott Weaver, Papa Smurf. Papa Smurf was the one who got me on the show. He kept retweeting. I was like, I got to check this out, and been on ever since.
Awesome.
Shermata, AZ, Wildcat, and then all my boys on the unlimited text plan. Those guys are listening right now. They're going to be clowning a little bit later, but... You know, I love those boys, and love being on the show, man. Look forward to getting back on.
All right, man. Hopefully your Giants are not down to 100-1 odds the next time you come on. Hopefully they can turn it around.
Slow down.
Yeah. Hopefully. You know what? Hey, I think they'll. I think they. You know, now that once they get healthy, I think they'll be okay. But I just don't know. You know what? Congratulations on them winning the World Series last year, brother. I cashed with you on that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. So you have a good one, man. God bless.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Take care.
All right. This morning.
You too. Thanks for reaching out.
All right, Dream. So really good. I like him, man. He's a great dude.
No doubt.
All right. So what you got going on, man? Nothing, huh?
Ain't nothing really, man. My man Kid Pigs just hit me up. He told me a little bit about Carnes, just to take maybe a look at him. He's saying that he's been on a roll lately. He's 2-0 with a 2.31 start as far as ERA in his last 6 road starts. So you might want to take a little look at Tampa Bay. So other than that, you know, I did say that I am looking at that under in the 10.5 with the Braves game, but I'm probably going to take the night off. You know, I cashed a little bit this week already, and I'm not gonna press my luck. Nothing stuck out to me today, nothing that I really love, so I'm probably gonna take it easy.
All right, sounds good, man. Sounds good. I don't really see anything I'm in love with either. I got to be honest with you. I mean, you know, you got LA coming into Seattle. That's going to be a good series. Seattle's been just dreadful, though. You got St. Lucia, Pittsburgh. Expect maybe. I mean, you know, you would think that game's going to go under, but then you got Mr. Jeff Locke on the mound, and you know, he's been pretty bad. So I don't want to touch that one either. I don't really like anything on the card, dude. I'll be honest with you. I may just fall back myself. But hey, you know what? I hope Mr. Vinculato cashes, man. So, all right, dude. What do you got to shout out? Who is on the show today retweeting us, brother?
Hey, we want to thank everybody that's retweeting KeyMVU, my man D, #808 Superlock Sports, Benjamin Rochai Picks, Tyrone Reed, Nicholas J. Getting to a check, get a Vegas bookie, the Canadian Capper, Jordy Best, Holiday, Big G Money, or Big Money G, I'm sorry. My man Clown Man Swag is out there, System Pick 63, Frank Vinculato, thank you so much for your efforts and your support and coming on the show today and absolutely ripping it. Jay Slider's out there, Joe Zeppi, Sir Mata, Soccer's Finest, Fade Kicker 5-1, Tommy King, Smokey, Pete Perez, Irvin, Christos, Direct Sports Solution, G Rose, Jeff Bryan, the Hockey Immortal. What's happening, Playboy? Sports Shark, Tanakis, C. Rodriguez Jr., Tip Talker, I see you, buddy the dog, JC, JP, Sirach King, Jay Winkley, Stoopy Betts, Justin Hernandez, just to name a few guys. Thank you all for retweeting the show this morning. I also have my own little private little dream team that I like to call out. I got my man De Niro out there who asked a few questions this morning as far as the open parlay. Brother, I believe that most of the books generally offer an open parlay. Some have some differences in on how long you can keep it open and methods for closing it, as you may have to call in to close it, and some you can just do it right online. So always get with the customer service department in whichever book you're using and ask them questions out there. My boy Rick Lopez is out there. Cotton, we hope everything is all in well. As Cotton was supposed to be on the show yesterday and couldn't make it, had a little family emergency, and I'm hoping everything's all well with him. So we'll just send a shout out to him as well. I also reached out, through DMs, but he hasn't gotten back to me. So hopefully he'll hit me up soon, let me know that everything is okay. My man Frank Vinculato, I want to thank him again for coming on. Vegas Girl 92661, thank you for your contributions. The Canadian Capper, Sin City Maverick, my boy Philly Pitts is out there, always doing it big. Ryan Cordero, Cousin Pete is out there from the Fake Fam as well. Young Winner, make sure you guys check out Cousin Pete. There is some more soccer going on and continues to go on, so make sure you get over here and check out what he's on. Young Winner is out there, Soccer's Finest, Marlon, Sir Mata, Ben the Tennis Capper, Rob Dog, Scott Weaver, Shy Picks, $, Sunny Home Run Cards, Deeks Picks is out there, World Sports Picks as well. My man Dank, I haven't talked to him in a minute. Dank, get at me when you can. Benjamin Rowe, thank you for your contribution. Zay is out there. Rafael Esparza, we will have him on towards the end of next week, guys. So definitely prepare and listen for him. My boy Vinny Jonesy Yotto, Kermit the Frog, got to thank him. And once again, thank you, California Cash, for giving me that push. My boy the Kid Picks, thank you for all your support and all your information that you pass along. Guys, I am the Dream. Always remember who you're with. Make the most of each and every day, as you cannot get this time back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dream, you're going to stay on with me after the show. We got a couple of things to discuss. Guys, we are Sports Bettors TV. We are the hashtag SBTVNation, hashtag biggest show in the world. We love you to death. Go out there. Go easy. Get ready for Freaky Fridays tomorrow, kid. I'm looking forward to that. Do your own homework. Bet your own plays. Make your dreams a reality and get that money. Take care.